Indeed, the Spirit is dying in the most church-going nation in the world. Individualism runs rampant now, to the point of the pathological in this society, at a time when global community is urgent if both people and planet are to be saved. Traditional spiritualities of creed, community, and simple social consciousness are obviously no longer enough. They're obviously not working. We need now a spirituality of contemplative co-creation, of cosmic responsibility. But how? Well, when culture is in chaos and society is in upheaval, it may be important for us to look for a moment at the process of social revitalization itself. The anthropologist Anthony F.C. Wallace teaches that major transformations of thought and behavior happen in a society when a once common set of understandings becomes impossible to sustain anymore. Then Wallace says a society, whether they know it or not, whether they want it or not, automatically begin to undergo a revitalization process or movement of 4 major stages. Stage 1 of the revitalization process, Wallace says, is a period of serious individual stress. In this stage, people begin singly, privately, silently, behind their own bedroom doors at night, to question their own past values. And they start to establish new patterns of thought and behavior despite the old ones. In stage 2 of this revitalization process, there's now a very wide-reaching sense of social stress. What we once called our culture, what it meant to be an American, what you did and thought and said in American culture is now barely recognizable. And people begin to decide that their problems aren't personal. Their problems, they decide, are a result of failure in the anchor institutions that they depended on all their lives for stability and direction. So they simply get up, set out, and begin to try to do it themselves. They form groups in the society. In stage 3 of the revitalization process, the people as a whole finally do agree on something. They agree that there is a problem. But they cannot agree on how to deal with it. Then the 2 groups quarrel and divide. And they both blame authority. Then Wallace says, inevitably, in stage 3 of a revitalization movement, a traditionalist movement suddenly arises out of nowhere. Traditionalists argue that the danger has come from the failure of the people to adhere more strictly to the old beliefs and the old values and the old behavior patterns. To solve it, the traditionalist says, we need to do more of the same and this time do it better. They want the old-time religion, and they find scapegoats aplenty. Only in the 4th and final stage of a revitalization movement, Wallace says, comes the building of this new worldview and the restructuring of the old institutions to enable it.